Soren.
And I'm Jamie, and we're Bombay Bicycle Club.
And this is Musical Express Russia.
What do you think about it, Soren? I'll put you on the spot.
I think what's happened is so Jack, our singer and guitarist, he's always been the main songwriter for the band, and he's always had this interest in electronic music, and he'd be making that kind of music on the side outside of the band's music for quite a few years now, and I think just slowly but surely that influence has crept into the band's music, and it's become one big amalgamation.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was quite a lot of electronic influences on the previous album as well, and certainly on certain songs in particular. And I think it's just kind of just developing that. I think when we finished the last album, those were the songs that we thought were the most interesting and the strongest. So I think that was, for us, that was probably the natural thing to do. Any funny samples? I mean, the first time I heard some of them, I thought they were pretty funny. I think the sample at the start of Feel, which is like a 45-second Bollywood sample, I thought it was a bit strange. Oh, I still think it's quite strange, actually.
I remember the first time I heard the first version of the song Luna, I just burst out laughing. It changed loads over time, but it originally started out with a very heavy, it's like similar to Feel, very heavy Bollywood sample, which was just quite outrageous. But yeah, it got watered down in the time.
I think most bands that kind of just try and replicate the same thing over and over again, you just kind of end up with a dilution where I think it's really hard to try and recreate albums, and I think particularly there are quite a lot of indie bands in the UK in the kind of mid-2000s that had really great first albums and were very successful, and then kind of tried to do it again, and it kind of just got worse and they got less popular with every album. And I think for us, as soon as we'd released a second album that was an acoustic album, it kind of, I think hopefully it opened people's minds to the fact that we were just going to do whatever we wanted after then. And I think they almost come to expect change. So at this point, I don't think anyone's particularly shocked when something like really different comes out. You know, I just watched The Edge of Tomorrow, the new Tom Cruise film, where every time he dies, he gets to start the day again, like Groundhog Day.
What would be yours?
There's some days where I'd like to do that and keep doing it until I get it right.
Like, for example?
I don't know, like if I was to get married, maybe. No, I wouldn't want to repeat that every day. That'd be a living hell. I don't know. Sometimes being on tour feels like a kind of repetition, because although you're in different cities and different countries all the time, and it's different on a trip like this where you go somewhere you've never been before, but sometimes you just go to venues that look the same, and you don't really see much of the places you're going to. So
yeah, like we just got back from like a 6-week tour in America, and then by the time you get back, it just feels like kind of one big blur. It's difficult to actually pinpoint in particular.
Well, me and Soren probably aren't the ones to talk about packing too, because we always pack really big bags that are much bigger than everyone else's, and they always weigh too much when we get on the plane, and everyone else laughs at us.
So the advice, like,
pack less, probably. Pack light. But then we never run out of clean clothes, and everyone else does.
No, I think packing light is definitely.
I'll tell you what my tip is, actually, because we just lost all our bags on the flight out here. But I always put pants in my hand luggage that I take on the plane. So always put pants in your hand luggage.
And toiletries, because you always need your
And a toothbrush. I'd like a golf club.
Well, walked past there's like a 24-hour club just over there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we walked past that earlier. It's pretty...
Would you like a 24-hour club?
I don't know, it would be a bit... I guess it would get a bit tiresome.
Serena's the party animal of the band, so he's always in the 24-hour club. Meeting new people.
Yeah, trying new foods.
Yeah, food's always good. Food's a big part of touring, because I think when you're like, oh, do you remember when we went there? The first thing people will kind of mention is the food that we ate, apart from the gig. And what would our third thing be?
Seeing beautiful places.
Yeah, there you go. Culture, people, food. Only after working for an hour a day. That's pretty good.
Well, I'd probably put the travelling in that.
Yeah,
like,
travelling.
I think touring is what.
Meeting people that you wouldn't normally get a chance to meet. What? Bad things about interviews? Oh, the best things about interviews. Okay. The bad things would be asking where the band name was from. That wasn't one of your later questions, was it? Being asked how the band formed, and interviews on the phone in really far away countries because the connection's always really bad and there's like an echo. One of them is that people always get his name wrong, but you take it really well. Do you want to do me and then we'll just alternate?
Jamie's very clever, very knowledgeable. He's been telling us facts all day about Moscow.
He's very good at drums.
Oh, thanks. Make me blush. Jamie's a sensitive soul. You might not think it, because you might approach him in the street, you might be a bit scared. He's quite like muscly and stuff. But then when you get to know him, he's quite sensitive.
Right. Seren's very handsome, but he doesn't realise it, and that's always a nice quality.
It's the last one.
Oh, yeah. I can think of more. Should we just hug?
I'm trying to think of a good one.
Okay.
I can definitely think.